Hi guys! Welcome to my class. Our topic for today is to use the Pythagorean theorem, and you're going to learn it here the easy way. In case you are new to my channel, please subscribe so that you will be kept updated on the next math lesson. Then like and share so that you can also help other students. We are going to learn today how to apply the Pythagorean theorem to find unknown side lengths in the right triangles in the real-world situations. And we are going to learn also how to use the Pythagorean theorem to find the missing measures in the three-dimensional figures. Let us recall what is a Pythagorean theorem. This is the sum of the square of the legs of the right triangle, which is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. The algebraic notation here is a square plus b square is equal to c square. I want you to remember that a right triangle has an angle which is equal to 90 degrees. One angle of a right triangle is equal to 90 degrees. And opposite the 90 degrees angle is the side length called hypotenuse. That is the longest side of the right triangle. While the two shorter sides of the right triangle are called legs. Accordingly, the Pythagorean formula for the right triangle is the sum of the square of the two legs is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Let us work on this example so that you will be guided. Write an equation that can be used to find the length of the ladder. Then solve, round to the nearest tenth. Let us apply the Pythagorean theorem formula. C squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, where c is the hypotenuse, a and b are the legs. The height of the electrical post is 9 meters, while the height from the top where the ladder rested is 0.4. Hence, we are going to subtract 0.4 from 9, and this will give us 8.6 meters. On that account, we can substitute now the values from the given equation. Therefore, c squared is equal to 4 squared plus 8.6 squared. 4 squared is equal to 16, while 8.6 squared is equal to 73.96. Accordingly, c squared is equal to 89.96. Therefore, we can get the square root of both sides of the equation. And we can cancel out the squared and the square root on the left side of the equation. Square root of 89.96 is 9.47. Rounding it to the nearest 10, it will give us 9.5 meters. Therefore, the length of the ladder is 9.5 meters. Let us work on another example so that you can understand it well. The grade 8 girls were on a camping trip. The leader's GPS tells them that they were 50 meters away from the camping site. They walk 18 meters due west. The GPS compass tells them that the camping tent is due north from where they are. How far north do they need to walk more to get into the camping ground? We are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem formula again. C squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. We are going to solve for the distance going to the north, which will be designated as b. This is one leg of the Pythagorean triangle. Therefore, we are going to subtract the a squared from both sides of the equation so that we can solve for b. And we can cancel out the a squared on the right side of the equation. Hence, it will give us the equation c squared minus a squared is equal to b squared. Substituting the given values in the equation, it will give us 50 squared minus 18 squared is equal to b squared. 50 squared is 2,500. And 18 squared is 324. Therefore, 2,500 minus 324 is equal to b squared. Accordingly, 2,176 is b squared. We can apply the square root on both sides of the equation so that we can solve for b. Accordingly, we can cancel out the squared and the square root on the right side of the equation. Therefore, b is equal to 46.65. Rounding it off to the nearest tenth, it will give us 46.7 meters. Consequently, we have learned already how to apply the Pythagorean theorem to find unknown side lengths in a right triangle in the real-world situation. Let us now study how to use the Pythagorean theorem to find the missing measures in the three-dimensional figures. Let us work on this example so that you will be guided. As length height of an ice cream cone is 18 centimeters, the height is 15 centimeters. What is the radius? Round to the nearest tenth if necessary. We're going to look for the radius of the ice cream cone. Applying the formula of the Pythagorean theorem, c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. We are going to look for the shortest side of the right triangle. So we are going to subtract b squared from both sides of the equation so that we can find out what is a. Subtracting b squared from both sides of the equation, we can cancel out the b squared on the right side of the equation. And it will give us c squared minus b squared is equal to a squared. Substituting the given values in the equation, it will give us 18 squared minus 15 squared is equal to a squared. 18 squared is 324 and 15 squared is 225. Therefore, 324 minus 225 is equal to a squared. Simplifying the equation, it will give us 99 is equal to a squared. We can apply now the square root on both sides of the equation so that we can solve for a, which is the radius of the ice cream cone. Accordingly, we can cancel out the square and the square root on the right side of the equation. Square root of 99 is 9.949, which is congruent to 10 cm because we are going to round it off to the nearest tenth. Therefore, the radius of the ice cream cone is 10 centimeters. Correspondingly, we have met our goal for today's lesson. We have learned how to apply the Pythagorean theorem to find the unknown side lengths in the right triangles in the real-world situations. And we have also learned how to use the Pythagorean theorem to find the missing measures in the three-dimensional figures. To wrap it up, a right triangle has one angle which is equal to 90 degrees. And the 90 degrees is opposite the longest side of the right triangle, which is called the hypotenuse. Correspondingly, the square of the longest side of a right triangle is equal to the sum of the square of the two legs. Therefore, c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. However, if you're going to find the length of the shortest side of the right triangle, it will give you a squared is equal to c squared minus b squared. Likewise, if you are going to find the length of the other leg of the triangle, it will give you b squared is equal to c squared minus a squared. Like the example that we have just done a while ago, you can right away identify where is the right angle. And the opposite of the right angle is the longest side, which is the hypotenuse. Therefore, you can apply the right equation. Just locate right away where is the right angle and you can identify the longest side, which is the hypotenuse, so that you're going to apply the correct equation. And you can look for the missing side length of the right triangle. It is easy. To conclude our lesson for today, I want you to always remember what His Highness Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, may his soul rest in peace, wrote for us. Education is like a lantern which lights your way in a dark alley. Sheikh Zayed wrote and left this quote for us so that the youth will always remember the importance of education. The genuine concern of Sheikh Zayed for his nation will always remain, as this quote will handed down from generation to generation. And to encapsulate our lesson for today, I want you to always remember that life is a math equation. You cannot get the most of it if you cannot convert the negatives into positive. I do hope you have learned a lot for today's topic and you find it easy. Okay? Till next math lesson. Bye-bye!